was just like weird. It was just all like, what's this guy doing here? And like the Secret Service really wasn't like being that secret. Like, you know what I mean? Like they weren't really like, they were watching him, but like they weren't really watching him, if that makes sense.
So you could just go, if you really wanted to.
There were a few times where he was just chilling in the hallway by himself. Like,
yo, that's a crazy thing to even think about.
And I'm just like, dude, you're running for, but he's just sitting there just like looking at the pictures on the walls and stuff. He was like weird all week. He like faked a phone call during the table read.
Former Saturday Night Live cast member Pete Davidson spilled the tea when Donald Trump was in the building.
Whoa, hold on. What do you mean?
In the middle of the table read, he has a flip phone, and right as we started, he was like, oh, hello. He goes, oh, fantastic. Okay, great. And then he hung up and he goes, hey everybody, my book just went #1.
Did not happen.
Yeah, and I swear my life, and we were all like, yo, that phone didn't ring. And like, also, like, how did he have time to say that? Because you answered and went, yup, oh my God. That's he didn't even go, hello? Oh wow, that's awesome, man. Like that, he was just like, hello? Oh, that's great. Oh, great. My book went #1, everybody. And we were like, ugh.
Should we be surprised by this as it pertains to the president? Absolutely not. In 2015, Trump hosted SNL. Davidson, then a cast member, would reflect through various interviews.
What happened with the Trump story?
Okay, so he's like, he doesn't really know how to read.
For real.
Yeah, and he loves to improv.
Yeah.
So during like the table read, he like, before like we were gonna before he had to read each line, and he's the host, so he's at everything.
Yeah.
He would go, I'm not going to say this. I think I'm going to say it the way I want to say it. Is that okay? Is that okay, Lauren? Is that everything? And everybody's like, what? And then this is my favorite part, is there was a sketch that we wrote where he's at Disneyland with his daughter, and the line is, all right, let's get out of here. Turkey legs? Like, let's like go get turkey legs? And he doesn't know how to read. So he went, all right, let's get out of here, turkey legs. He called his daughter turkey legs.
Maybe that was his improv.
Oh, no, it wasn't. And then he looked up, like, he doesn't get it. Like, he thinks if everybody's laughing with him, but we're all laughing at him. And it was, like, crazy. He would be like, I did a good job, right? And we're like, yeah.
Did he need reassurance, a lot of reassurance, or was he pretty confident?
He constantly kept saying how amazing the ratings were going to be.
And they were.
He's like, this is going to be #1.
He was right.
Then there were stories of what went down behind the scenes at 30 Rock. Take Tim Robinson, creator of the hilarious show I Think You Should Leave. He was a former writer at Saturday Night Live. Shout out to Detroiters too, cannot leave it out. When Trump did host in the year 2015, just months after launching his bid for the presidency, Robinson was, to put it mildly, furious with the decision. He was not alone, of course, but the following quote is eye-opening. Susan Morrison wrote the book, Lorne, the man who invented Saturday Night Live, and uncovered Tim Robinson's saying of Lorne Michaels platforming Trump that the SNL creator had, his words, lost his effing mind by platforming the leader of MAGA. To be clear, this was a quote that was given to Morrison by a source who recalled Tim Robinson hearing it. Robinson did not tell Morrison this. It came from a source with knowledge. Lorne will be quoted as saying, "It's the hardest thing for me to explain to this generation that the show is nonpartisan. We have our biases. We have our people who we like better than others, but you can't be Samantha Bee." There would be more with Lorne Michaels. The show's writers weren't convinced that Michaels hadn't been open to helping Donald Trump, a sentiment that was only bolstered among staff who recalled to Morrison that Michaels had wanted to tone down a harsh Trump sketch, interesting, and allow him to show, quote, some charm. The piece would go on to print. Staffers said Trump spent his week at the show alienating cast members, rudely taking calls during rehearsals, and stumbling over basic words and punctuations during read-throughs, much like Pete Davidson outlined moments before. This is also quite telling. Michaels is also recalled to have stated that he viewed Trump's presidential candidacy as what he would call a big joke at that stage. He had not seriously considered the potential for him, as in Trump, to win office. After that episode of SNL aired, staffers would continue to feel they were responsible for the national disaster of Donald Trump's election win. There were so many people, so many staffers, so many writers, even stars of the show like Aidy Bryant, who felt this guilt. And there's a few things to pick apart here. The first is Tim Robinson, I knew I loved you. I knew it. I think you should leave. Like, between that and Sunny are things that the wife and I will put on when it's getting late and we just want to wind down and watch something funny for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then go to sleep. But I love him. The second is seeing how Lorne Michaels really tried to whitewash Trump's reputation. We knew who he was. We knew what he had done. We knew how he carried himself. We knew how he viewed the world. But because he has friends in high places like Lorne Michaels at Saturday Night Live, it's all a wash. Doesn't matter. Lorne Michaels doesn't care. Also, like, I'm just going to be objective here, all right? Saying that Saturday Night Live is bipartisan is utter crap. I don't agree with that. Yeah, they will make fun of Dems, but it's very clearly, very, very clearly going ham on Republicans because they're effing evil. Dems can be evil. Like, I think opposing Medicare for all, even though it is a 80% winning issue, is demonic. But that's one small slice. Republicans are the whole pie. And a lot of the jokes, whether it is Colin Jost, Michael Che, anybody, mainly is about Republicans. So I don't agree with that. But what just really kills me here is that Lorne Michaels doesn't get it. And I say that respectfully as someone who watched SNL for decades. He has helped propel Trump while also, in my view, crushing the show. Like I have said before, I think it's time to pass it on and have some different voices. I don't think that'll ever change. But it's quite telling. A lot of this is. And in closing, we know Trump can barely read. It's just funny to hear from someone who was in the room taking it in. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/tytsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.